Located on the arm of Chesapeake Bay, Baltimore is the largest city in the state of Maryland. Home to the Inner Harbor, Fort McHenry, blue crab, and sports fanatics.
Hi, I'm Colleen Kelly. On this family travel getaway, we're headed to Baltimore.
Our trip to Baltimore will kick off with death-defying acts, a crab fest, and patriotic flag waving. We'll also visit the home of a sports legend, take a tasty food crawl.
Oh, thank you.
And get artsy with funky materials. And we'll do everything we can to not walk the plank. My name is Colleen Kelly, and when I was single, I lived abroad and traveled the world. Then I became a parent and wondered, how would I ever travel again? So I set out to find a new way to travel and get back to exploring the world family style. I'm here to guide you on how to get the most out of your family vacation. Pack your bags and join me, Colleen Kelly. We're going on vacation. Funding provided by...
Parents say travel is educational. Kids just think it's fun. It's gotten me up close to dinosaurs, sharks, even real rockets. And that's pretty awesome. Family travel equals family fun. City Pass.
And our adventure begins at the Inner Harbor.
The Inner Harbor has been one of the major seaports in the United States since the 1700s. Now, locals and visitors alike take advantage of the large selection of dining, shopping, and attractions. Just around the corner from the Inner Harbor is the National Aquarium. And we're about to get uncomfortably close to some sharks. Home to more than 10,500 specimens, the National Aquarium is Baltimore City's most visited tourist attraction. Today, we're joining a tour that you can really sink your teeth into. At the aquarium, there are sharks of varying sizes and species. In the behind-the-scenes tour, families will have a chance to learn about these fascinating fish. They slowly encircle visitors inside a 225,000-gallon ring-shaped exhibit. Visitors can come nose to nose with several species of sharks and learn to identify the many characteristics of these toothy predators.
All right, everyone, welcome to our food prep kitchen. Today, we are feeding our sharks farm-raised striped bass.
So how much do they eat?
Our sharks here generally eat about 2 to 2.5% of their body weight twice a week. And so let's go ahead on over to the catwalk so we can show you exactly how we feed them.
Great.
Ready?
Yeah. Learning a bit about the sharks was fun, but let's finish this tour with a death-defying act. Visitors will have a chance to walk across a catwalk where sharks actually swim beneath their feet.
Welcome to Shark Alley's catwalk. Nice. So when we're feeding our sharks, we take those fish that you saw earlier in the food prep kitchen and we put them on the end of a pole. Then the senior biologist has to wait for the right shark to swim by so that he can dunk that pole in the water. And when the shark senses that, the shark comes up and grabs that food right off of the prawn.
A little scary.
It does seem really scary, especially up close, but it is just so different from how we eat.
So what do you think about a shark being right under your feet? What does this feel like?
It's a little scary.
Is it cool though?
So sharks are actually more scared of us than many times we are of them. Now here at the aquarium, we don't just care for all these animals and inspire you to do the same. We work on passing important legislation to protect animals in the ocean.
So this is great. You're really spreading the word and educating people.
Exactly.
The National Aquarium, a great way to kick off a family vacation in Baltimore. After a thrilling tour learning about sharks, it's time to pop over to a nearby restaurant to grab some lunch. The Phillips family has been serving customers since 1956. Today, I invited the Holt family to learn how to eat some traditional Chesapeake steamed crab.
Afternoon. How is everyone today?
Great.
Excellent. Well, welcome to the Phillips Crab Deck. I'm Jeanette. I'll be taking care of you today. Are you guys ready to learn how to crack crabs today?
Absolutely.
Are you excited? Are you guys ready to have some fun?
Yeah.
Woo!
Maryland is known for its Chesapeake Bay blue crabs, considered to be one of the sweetest crab meats out there. A delicious way to prepare blue crab is by steaming them. After the shipment of crabs come in from the bay, the cook will find the best batch of crabs, slightly season them, and throw them into a pot of steaming water. Next step is to finish them off with a traditional seasoning. Some typical ingredients you'll see in this type of seasoning would be bay leaves, celery salt, dry mustard, paprika, black pepper, and for a bit of spice, cayenne pepper.
Order up. All right, crab picking time. Ready? I'm just gonna pile these guys right here on the table for you. I told you we're gonna get messy. Okay.
This is great. What's the difference between Chesapeake Bay crab and other crabs?
The Chesapeake Bay blue crabs are indigenous to this area. You can only catch them mainly off the eastern shore of Maryland and Virginia in the Chesapeake Bay. And they're also unique because you can actually eat the crabs when they've molted their shell. You can eat the whole crab.
You can eat the whole thing?
Oh yeah, you can eat the whole thing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
All right, you guys ready for the show? We're gonna dig right in, okay?
Yeah.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your crab like this, and you're gonna turn him around, okay? So you're gonna pull his legs out, twist from the base, and pull his legs like this. And then what you get out here is kind of like a little lollipop. It's a little bit of meat. You can dip it in your butter and eat it right off the end like that, okay?
Wow, this one's the winner.
That is actually where the lump crab meat comes from, and that is what we use to make the crab cakes, which gives it that real fluffy crab look. Okay, then you're gonna turn him over like this. You're gonna pull this tab up here. This is called the apron. This is what makes him a Jimmy crab or a boy crab. We like to leave the girls in so they can reproduce. You know, it's good for the environment. It makes more crabs for everyone to eat some. Then you're gonna place your thumb right here, and you're gonna pop the top. There you go.
After you pop the top, crack the body of the crab in half to discover more delicious crab meat.
This is the grand finale, okay? Let me get my mallet. You're gonna take, do you have yours?
Play some baseball.
There you go. It is the season. You're gonna take the claw, all right, and place it flat on the table, and then you're just gonna give it a nice, light tap. Then you wanna take this part of the claw and pull out the meat right here. So you get this nice big chunk of claw meat. The claw meat is a more full-flavored part of the crab, so it's gonna probably have a more sweet flavor.
Hey, Ryan, is this fun for kids to do?
Yeah,
What's the best part?
I think the body is the best part.
The body's the best part, just kind of cracking it open? That was fun. Leslie, what's your favorite part?
I like it all.
You like it all? What about the mallet?
That's fun too.
Is it worth all the work?
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense that crab is Maryland's state food.
Can we get some more?
Of course.
Let's head southeast to learn a bit of history. Fort McHenry is a star-shaped fort best known for its role in the War of 1812 against the British. A huge flag was commissioned to be flown over the fort, making a statement to the British that Baltimore was ready to fight. It was during the bombardment of the fort that Francis Scott Key saw the flag. He was inspired to write the Star-Spangled Banner, the poem that would eventually become the national anthem of the United States.
The American flag continues to be a symbol of courage and pride, and Fort McHenry starts every day with a flag-raising ceremony.
Welcome to Fort McHenry National Monument and Historic Shrine. What we're going to do this morning is we're going to change the flag. What importance does Fort McHenry have? Can anybody tell me? You're right. The anthem. Very good. So my assistant here is going to bring this over to you all, and you're going to open it up.
So Ranger Tim, what is the significance of the flag-raising ceremony?
This is the birthplace of our national anthem. It's the first site to fly the flag 24/7.
Why is it important for visitors to participate in the ceremony?
They get to feel the flag and see the stars and the stripes, the spangled stars that are turned. And we explain how many states were in the Union at that time. But they also get an understanding of why Fort McHenry is so significant.
After the flag was lowered, we learned how to fold it properly.
Okay, what we're going to do in folding the flag is we're going to take the striped end and fold it over top so that we have the blue field with the stars on the bottom. We do this out of tradition. Want to fold it one more time?
Oh, you don't have to fold a flag this way?
You do not have to. This
Okay,
is
I
a
thought you
tradition that we believe started around World War I.
Oh.
And then at my end, I'm going to start the process of folding in the shape of a triangle. There's some traditions that tell us why we fold it in the shape of a triangle. One tradition holds that during the Revolutionary War, the American soldier wore a hat that was three-cornered, and so the folded flag kind of resembles that.
Here's this flag. And what do we have here? Red. And what color is this? Very good. This means justice. This means purity. And the red means courage.
The Rangers and volunteers are available to get the kids excited about history with their Junior Ranger program.
Well, here at Fort McHenry, they will get a clipboard and a packet and a pencil, and they'll go to all the waysides and they'll answer the questions. They're engaged. It's hands-on. So it's a scavenger hunt. And they will learn about the War of 1812.
It was here at Fort McHenry where the U.S. soldiers defeated the British, reinstated their independence, and walked away with a national anthem. When in Baltimore, be sure to stop at Fort McHenry, the birthplace of our national anthem. Let's head to the home of Mary Pickersgill, the seamstress who made the Star-Spangled Banner flag. Welcome back in time to 1812. Here, you'll meet Mary Pickersgill, the spirited woman who made the flag. On Saturdays, special group tours and frequent Flag House events allow visitors to see life inside the Flag House. The house is filled with original early 19th century objects, many of them possessions of the young Pickersgill family. You'll have a chance to peek inside the room where the flag was sewn and even interact with historical interpreters.
Oh my goodness, welcome. I'm so glad that you are here. I was commissioned to do a flag for Fort McHenry. Major Armistead, the commander, wanted a flag so large the British would have no difficulty seeing it from a distance. And then he told me the size, 30 by 42 feet.
Adjacent to the Pickersgill home, kids can take part in activities that let them experience what life was like in the 19th century.
Whoa, that's an apron.
Nope.
One of the reasons why I like this museum is because of its interactivity, not only for kids, but also adults. Awesome. Okay, turn around and wave. Because of his historical value, I find it very important to get kids to get started right away. So this environment allows them to do so.
The Star-Spangled Banner Flag House, a wonderful way for kids to connect with America's past. Believe it or not, there is a connection between the Star-Spangled Banner and our next Baltimore landmark. We head down the street to find out more. George Herman, better known as Babe Ruth, was born February 6, 1895 at 216 Emory Street in Baltimore, Maryland. Now his home has been transformed into a museum for visitors to get an up-close look at a man who's gone down in history as one of the greatest baseball players to ever live. Let's go find out how Babe Ruth fits into the history of the national anthem and baseball.
Tell me about Babe Ruth and the national anthem. What's the connection there?
Well, we went looking for one because we're celebrating the 200th anniversary of when the Star-Spangled Banner was written, and we found out that back in 1918, the first time that the song was played officially at a sporting event, it was the 1918 World Series Game 1, and Babe Ruth was pitching in that game. The song was so popular, being played that first game, that they played it the next game, and then they played it the next game, and it caught on, and it's been played at every sporting event forever thereafter.
Ever since.
It was pretty cool.
All started with Babe Ruth?
The Babe Ruth birth home has been restored to its original glory, giving visitors a chance to see what childhood was like for this amazing athlete. Artifacts throughout the house help interpret the life and times of Babe Ruth before, during, and after his career as one of the greatest baseball players of all time. It's only 3 blocks east to Oriole Park from Babe Ruth's birthplace. Just follow the 60 baseballs painted on the sidewalk to the stadium. Near Camden Yards, you'll find a sports lover's dream. Fans will be in heaven at the Sports Legends Museum. I joined families I met at the Babe Ruth Birthplace for an exciting tour of the Sports Legends Museum. Originally the main terminal for the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad, Camden Station has been transformed into one of the most spectacular sports museums in America. It houses over 22,000 square feet of artifacts and interactive exhibits that profile Maryland's sports history.
Well, welcome. We are in our 8th inning of our Orioles Gallery. We have 9 innings of Orioles baseball that we feature here. And number 8, of course, is for Cal Ripken, number 8, and the guy who beat the record of Lou Gehrig with 21-31 consecutive games.
What was the new record?
Well, 21-31 was the record that when he beat Lou Gehrig's number, but he continued to play. So the new record is 2,632, 26-32.
It's time to play at this museum. Our next stop on the tour was to the locker room.
That's a big shoe, isn't it?
I love the interactive play spaces here. How did you come up with this idea?
When we were building Sports Legends, we wanted to create an environment that allowed everyone to have a quality experience. We wanted grandparents, parents, and kids to be able to have a dialogue. Maybe the grandparents were saying that Brooks Robinson was the best third baseman, but the kid could be saying, no, Manny Machado is going to be the best. And we wanted to do that with interactives and things that people could experience.
So this is great for parents and grandparents and kids to interact together.
Absolutely. They might have a different experience based on their generation, but they're going to have a quality one.
I just love the fact that you get to try on one of these uniforms. I mean, where do you get a chance to do that?
And they're all game used. How fun.
Oh, these are actually used in the games?
Absolutely.
Wow, cool. All right, you all ready to go play some ball? Yeah. Let's go hit the field. Let's go.
The food scene in Baltimore is as diverse as the sports. With both, you've got to go big or go home. We join moms Christina and Margot to not only taste a lot of Baltimore specialties, but to also learn the history of Fells Point.
Welcome to Charm City Food Tours. My name is David, and I'll be taking care of you all today. We're going to be wandering around. We're going to be learning a little bit about Fells Point. Now, Fells Point is the home of what used to be the second largest immigration point in the United States, second only to Ellis Island. So as we walk around, we're going to try various foods from the different cultures that came together to really make up Fells Point.
So all this is inspired by immigrants.
Exactly.
I love it. I want to go try some food.
Let's
you
do
ready?
it. Let's
okay,
do it.
You ready to go? Yeah. All right, let's go.
Tell me about this place.
Okay, back in the 1930s and the 1940s, the Polish immigrants were coming in here in droves. So they started opening up bars and restaurants all along the street. Now there are only 3 of them that are still here. We've got the Zamin Bean, where we're going to be going to. We've got a museum behind us, as well as a deli. And these are the only 3 places that are still remaining from the Polish influence.
Oh, wow.
We have now, there's 3 different types of pierogies that we have. The first one is your traditional pierogi. It's a potato pierogi.
Yes, that one.
And then we have a sweet cheese pierogi, and then there's sauerkraut.
As a mom, is it good to introduce kids this young
I
to
think
this
broaden
kind of
their
food?
palates, absolutely. The better they eat now, the better they eat later.
Yeah, he's not picky at all. Like, he'll eat anything that I make. Yeah, that's great.
No,
Yeah.
most kids are picky.
No, he's not. Yeah, he'll eat anything.
She definitely will eat anything. Her belly shows that.
Really? You have to give me some tips, because my kids don't do that. There's no way. But I am trying to broaden their horizons. I just think I should have started at this age.
Maybe they needed to go on a food tour before they were due.
Right. I love this, that she's eating Polish food. That's great. Little mouse, that's okay.
Next stop on the food tour, we indulge in a Baltimore favorite, pit beef sandwiches.
Love this. This is like a local place.
Isn't this nice? This is one of those places where you come right up to the counter, you see Andy, and you place your order, and the food comes right out.
So what are we going to order?
Andy, the usual, please.
You got it.
All right, so what's the usual?
The usual is Andy comes out with these pit beef sandwiches. He roasts all this great beef over a pit. Outside gets nice and crispy. The inside is so rare. Puts it on a sandwich. It is phenomenal.
It sounds wonderful.
It is a Baltimore thing.
Try, like ladies and boys first, right?
Do you want to eat that?
You think, oh, she does. She wants to eat this. Here, let's give her a little piece. This is definitely not going to be a very clean thing, right?
I think he likes it.
Yeah, these are future foodies right here. Baltimore foodies.
Food tours, a fun and educational way to get your family to try different cuisine. The American Visionary Art Museum is America's official national museum and education center for intuitive, self-taught artistry. Take time to visit the 3 buildings dedicated to the museum. The AVAM houses over 4,000 pieces in the permanent collection. To create your own art, try one of the afternoon workshops. All right, girls, let's create.
Okay.
Interactive workshops are offered a couple days a week for kids 8 and older. Each week will feature a different hands-on activity and sometimes even an artist demonstration. Today's activity is to create a work of art that has 4 requirements.
It has to float, go in the sand, go in the mud, and on the land. So as you know, visionary artists use really crazy materials. So we have tons of materials on these 2 tables. You're welcome to use anything you like.
With inspiration and creative juices flowing, the kids were ready to get their hands dirty with this funky material.
All right, boys, what are we gonna do?
I think, I don't know, I'm just gonna have these things as wheels and put this over it for my wheels.
So I love this place, and you get to teach it. I think that's so great. What do you like about teaching these classes?
We love working with students of all ages and inspiring some creative confidence and them getting inspired by our artists here at the museum.
So what do you think the kids learn by participating?
I think the kids learn that art really doesn't have any boundaries, and they can use any materials they want to make art.
So it's kind of free expression.
Yep, absolutely.
That's what we need more of in our lives, I think, right? So Henry, you're looking very creative. What are you making?
Yeah, first I started out with matchsticks, put hot glue, and then grab whatever I could and put it on.
This is really cool. How did you make this?
Well, you just put a cardboard cube onto it and then just tape it around.
Spaghetti and meatballs.
Oh, I love it. Don't miss the chance to be part of the Baltimore art scene. It's a blast. Let's end this vacation on an epic note and sail over to Fells Point. Are you looking for a swashbuckling adventure? Well, look no further. The history of privateers in Baltimore dates back to the War of 1812. They helped defend Baltimore by stealing cargo from the British fleet. They were the original urban pirates. And now we walk the plank to board the Fearless to unleash our inner buccaneer.
Welcome aboard the Fearless, mates.
While on board the Fearless, you will get a full pirate makeover, including bandanas, scarves, and tattoos, making this an engaging experience for buccaneers of all ages.
And raise the flag!
Parents and kids will have a blast learning some pirate dance moves, followed by interactive play where everyone feels like they are one of the crew.
Mates, it's words! We can't read! You can read? Okay, nice and loud so everyone can hear.
Ahoy, or urban pirates. I took your treasure and you will never get it back.
We soon find out that the rival pirate, Mad Dog Mike, stole our treasure and now he's coming back. It was a full-blown outbreak of sheer pandemonium. Our battle with Mad Dog Mike caught everyone off guard. Look.
Each of our new pirates has earned themselves 2 pieces of treasure. No shoving, there's plenty of treasure for everyone.
What did you think of this?
I thought it was so much fun. It was something the whole family could do. And it's not scary like a roller coaster ride where half of them won't want to do it. And it's not babyish where the teenager doesn't want to do it.
Yeah. That's the hard thing when you have a family. You have a teenager and younger ones. What do you do?
It's really, really hard to find. You almost have to have, one parent take one and the other one take the rest.
What was your favorite part?
When when they opened the treasure.
Oh, yeah, I like the treasure too. What was your favorite part?
When we got to shoot the water cannons.
Forgot about that one. And as a teenager, though, what'd you think?
It was like being a little kid again. It was so much fun.
Aw, that's nice. You liked it. All right, good thing to do as a family.
The Pirate Cruise is a great way to end our exciting vacation in Baltimore. No wonder it's called Charm City.
Well, mateys, thanks for watching Family Travel. We'll see you next time.
Funding provided by...
Kids think travel's all about fun, but parents know it broadens horizons, introduces kids to new cultures, and makes lasting memories. And that's pretty awesome. Family travel equals family fun. City Pass.
For more information on upcoming destinations and projects, visit familytravelck.com. Follow us on Twitter and find us on Facebook. We love to hear from you.